Hi friends, today we are going to create our first n8n automation. Alright, without further ado, let's see what we are going to check. In this, let's start with a demo. This is how the n8n workflow looks like. I will go through it from scratch step by step so that you understand what we are doing. But just to show you what we are dealing with, our trigger over here is a chat. So let's say hello. It's going to the chat agent, it's going to our OpenRouter model, and then it is replying back, hello, how can I assist you today, right? And whatever it has, whatever we have asked, it is storing it in the memory as well. So let's see how we can build this. I'm going to delete this and we're going to do this from scratch. All right, so in order to get started, you'll need n8n. Just Google for it. You can create an account and you'll get 14 days free. So let's get started. The first thing which we need is a trigger. What is an n8n? It's an automation tool. It automates and we can connect various agents in it to create our automations. So the first tool we are going to use is, the first step is we need a trigger. The trigger is going to be on a chat message. All right, so when you do that, you'll see this is over here. You created this. You can test it out right away when we say open chat, right? Hi. It's not going to do anything right now. However, if you see a check mark over here, it means that this node has been executed. All right, and in the message, it created a session for this test, and the action was sending a message in which we said hi. So this is our first message that we sent, and your workflow is basically running. We can see this as test agent. All right, you can name it over here and it will be saved. You have to keep saving it. It does not automatically save it. All right, now let's add our AI agent. So if you go over here, or you can click the plus sign over here and you can choose AI, or you can search for it. AI, there are a bunch of other tools, but AI agent. All right, so there are a bunch of ways to do the same thing. I'll go to AI and I'll create the AI agent. This is how the AI agent looks like. Go back to the canvas and connect this. So there is another way to do this. Delete this. If you can just click the plus button over here and see AI agent, it's going to be connected this time. All right, now this is our AI agent. Right now it's not doing anything. If you see, the previous input is coming from the chat node and it's saying that this is session ID, the same stuff right now, and the input to our agent is this chat input, which is nothing but this one, hi. It's giving hi to it. All right, so let's go back and let's see what happens now if we say something. Hello. All right, now there is a problem in our node agent. The chat model sub node must be connected. So in order for the agent to do something, it needs to know what model to use. We can use GPD, we can use Llama, you can use whatever you want. All right. In our case, we are going to use a model called as OpenRouter. If you don't know what OpenRouter is, it allows you to use any model that you want. OpenRouter chat model. Okay, so if you come over here, you'll see all the models that you want, from Meta's Llama, Google's Gamma, Gemini, anything that you can think of, you can use over here. All right, and over here I have chosen GPT 4.0. You can choose whatever you want. You'll need OpenRouter credentials for that. Click over here. If you don't have an API key, open the documentation. You will need an OpenRouter account. When you come over here, log in, create an account over here. It's free to create, and then keys. So let's create one for the sake of saying like n8n, and I don't want to give anything. Let's copy this, create new. All right, let's put this over here, save it, connection test successful. So as long as it says test successful, you're good to go. I don't want to save it. And now let's try our thingy. Let's connect this over here. Save it. Hello. Now if you see, it went to our AI agent, and the AI agent went to our model and it said, hello, how I can assist you. Now let's say this is simple, right? You can ask it whatever you want right now. Where is Taj Mahal, for instance? So it's going to go look for the information and give it back to our chat input, which it says Taj Mahal is located in Agra. All right, now this is very bland. Now you can even set the role or the personality of your agent. In our case, let's do that. In our system, if you go over here in the system assistant, you are a helpful assistant. Now I'm going to say you are an Bollywood actor with a very high attitude. Respond accordingly. Not that these people have attitudes, but I'm just doing something fun. Let's save it. Now let's ask, hello there. Now see how it. If you see now, the response changed for our hello. It says, well, hello. Are you here just to bask in my presence, or do you have something truly interesting to risk? This is how you can give character to your models and to your agents, and it's still using a GPT mini. You can try different models. Gemini. Let's go over here. Let's search for models. Gemini Flash. Flashlight. Let's try this. Okay, API. Let's create an API key. Now we have the API key over here. Perfect. It worked now. So we have to add an endpoint over there. So you can add any endpoint that you want and you can use it. Now let's ask it the question again. If you see, it is that all I want? So it gave a different prompt and different message this time. Now I just want it to be your helpful agent. I don't want it to be an asshole. Assistant. So this is our system prompt. Now let's try it again. Hello there. And it's going to give us a very nice message. All right. Now let's ask a question one more time. However, so this agent is working right now, but it does not have any memory. All right. Let me prove it to you. Where is Eiffel Tower? Right, Eiffel Tower is located in Paris. Now let's ask if it remembers our question. What was my last question? It does not have a memory, right? It went back, but it couldn't find any memory. So it couldn't find any history of what we asked. Now let's ask it a memory. Give it a simple memory. Simple memory, this is a memory which is using your RAM basically, and it can remember the last 5 conversations, right? Now let's ask the question again. Where is Eiffel Tower? It will say it is in Paris. And what was my last question? Your question was, where is Eiffel Tower? Now it remembers. Now if you see over here, the way it works is, we asked a question to our AI agent. It stored that question. Then it went to the OpenRouter model, and then it used simple. When we asked it, what was my last question, it fetched that back from our memory. Let's ask it, what is the time right now? So it is saying 7:28 PST, which is not correct. In order to tell the time, current time is, we are going to use $now. Perfect. Now let's go back and ask it again. Time right now. Perfect. Now it is 14:50 time. All right. So now it is giving us the correct time. If you want to do some search, you need to add a tool. And let's go to serp tool. So serpAPI is nothing but an API for searching. If you don't have a serp account, you'll need a serp account. You can get it, create a serp account. You can register and you can get 100 free searches. Once you go in, you can get a private key, which is your API key. I have one. I have 6 searches used, and we can put that in our n8n workflow. So in order to create that, I have already created it. You can paste your API key over here and test it, and the connection should be successful. Search for restaurants that are open in Oak Tree Road, Edison. Now if you see, it is going and it is actually doing a search. So if we go to our thing, it literally went and it got the result back from Yelp, restaurants that are now open. So it went to the memory, then it went to a chat model. After that, it did a search on the restaurants, sent the response back to our AI agent, which was also stored in the memory, and it gave these 3 restaurants which are open right now. That's how you can add a search functionality to your serpAPI, to your AI agent. Now let's see the one thing which AI agents are bad at are doing some calculation. Into 9, 693. All right, now let's try root of 1099 output. So now if you see, it does not know how to do that, right? How are we going to solve it? We are going to give it a tool. We are going to give it a tool called as calculator. All right, no settings needed. And now you're going to say try again. All right, now it is able to do. So this way you can keep adding tools and you can keep improving the functionality of your agent. You can give your chat agent a personality, you can give it a memory, you can search the internet, you can also give it more functionality by tools, and you can choose whatever language model that you want to choose. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much. I hope you liked it.